Okay, so let's actually get this wall up and running now. Oh, it's not a full wall, it's okay. But, I don't know. I like the game. It's just there's way too much going on. And some of the things were not perfectly implemented. I mean, the game has problems, but, you know, they are doable. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring over some buildings here. Because I don't really want these things just poking up over the top. But that was kind of my idea, was that they would use these flat backs up against the wall here. I'm going to have to flatten the tiers on this too. But I really don't also want these walls to be just enormous. They are very intrusive. And the newspaper guy, yeah. I've got problems with the newspaper guy, not just the fact that he pops up every 10 seconds, but just the way the newspaper mechanic works in the game. Not really a super fan of that. See, because what am I going to do? I'm just going to have a bunch of blank buildings on the backside here. I guess that's okay, but maybe I can hide a bunch of it with trees or something? I don't know. I definitely think that Anno 1404 is probably a good entry game into the series. It really is just that building, though. The rest of these are pretty low down. I think they work. Well, that sucks, Pocket Ninja. Is that something you could maybe tell the local police and they could hang out in your neighborhood one night? All of these are supposedly French Riviera buildings. That is the theme for all of these. They all came with the World's Fair. But these ones with the flat backs, I want to kind of use as backdrop because they're not actual buildings, and then there are actual buildings that I would like to have kind of down here as the land kind of shifts down here. Because this is where I want to put some water. And I want to put the water here so that we can have like a pier or something. And then on this side is where the vintage sort of boardwalk dock area is going to be. So I had intended to place all this stuff in a time lapse anyway. I was just kind of looking how I want to build this wall. Oh boy. So once again, we've spent hours getting pretty much nothing accomplished. Even less than usual, because I haven't placed anything down here. Most of it was just fluffing around with this stuff. So I don't know. Nope, 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 nope. Well, in that case, I won't mess with the wall either. What I can do, though, is try and get this thing now to come over here. So I think we will aim... I don't know. I was thinking wrapping around this tree and then aiming for that gap right there. But maybe it would actually be better to come down around in the front and aim for that gap. Because how am I going to get this over? That might work. We'll try it. It's not really going to be the quiet, contemplative area that I'd like to have done for the wishing tree. People are going to be sitting here relaxing, and then there's going to be the monorail just right by them. Eh. Okay, that may be a little bit dangerous. Does this at least flatten out? Oh, that's got clearance though. I mean, that's okay. Unless you're standing here and you just got the thing rolling right over your head. That'll work. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Well, I don't know. I mean, the monorail doesn't seem like it makes any noise. It's more like a shh. This thing right here is bad. I need to get rid of this one right here. Actually, that's not going to do that, is it? Dang it. So am I going to have to back it up to get to this? No. No. Tell me it isn't so. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, but you're not letting me bend what I want to bend here. And I definitely don't want to raise it up. Oh, you're right. They're the lost souls of... Why can't I just get this one area? I would really like to do that. I just want this one little section. There we go. That's still... What the... Why is this game so finicky? God damn it. Alright. Alright. Back it up. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Well, that'll fix everything. I didn't know it was going to let me delete the chunk. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, you know, I mean, technically, I think the monorail is a ride. I'm just using it as a people mover. I think any of these rail rides you can actually use to do that. You can set up stations like that. Alright, let's go for a ride. Start the test. Sit down. Pick a seat. And let's go. This time we'll focus more on the right side of things. I really do think it would be fun, though, if the game allowed that. If you could drop off a rail and then land back on another rail for your coasters or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting a huge view, but you can see stuff. It does give you a little bit. It's very close to that tree. Brings you down into the park, and then you go sailing off into oblivion. Yeah, that's all right. Let the magic carts blow up in a little fit of pyrotechnics. Magic. We'll call it magic. All these exposed rails really deter, I feel, from the feeling of the park, but I think it'll be okay. So now I've got to figure out something to do here. But that's okay. And then this, I really think I'm going to have to make this a tiered garden area with really no other purpose. Maybe I can fit some stalls or something in the back. I don't know. Maybe I should make these wider, flatter tiers. I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But so long as people don't hit their heads or get mauled by the train as it passes by, I think it works. So yeah, this next station will end up right here. I'm expecting to use one of those the vintage piers to come out here. So we'll have like this and then this. So it's sticking out, and then I guess I'll put this on the back side so that people can walk in here. And that's when we're going to start doing the World's Fair stuff all right in here, and it is huge. So that is going to be a trick. Okay, well, boy. Almost 3,500. Everybody and their dog wants to get on this ride. Holy crap. I did not realize this was going to be popular like it is. Although I guess it makes sense because I think this is a track ride. This ride in the back, this is open, right? It is not. It is now. Yeah, so what I could do temporarily is just connect this up so people actually come over to this side, this way. Okay, Pocket Ninja. But all these casual rides that people weren't really into are now just cram-packed. Everywhere is crammed with people. I could definitely extend the queue of this. But yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of an interesting way this game works, where the more rides you add down, the more people get poured into the park. But obviously, they're all coming here first. As we can see, they are doing a little bit of an exodus over here to all the new stuff, so that's great. And yes, they're crowding in here, but now they've got a whole area out here, and there's a lot more rides. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 technically. This thing. Oh, you know what? I've still got this thing hanging outside the wall here. I had intended to make it a part of this, but maybe, since I do have rides outside the wall, maybe I'll have this one out here, because this kind of transitions between fairy tale and vintage. So maybe we'll do that. And I can get maybe this witch's hut up in here. Maybe some hidden little swampy area. I don't know. Doesn't really fit. Doesn't really hurt. I have to figure out a pathway up in here and make this a little bit beautified, because people will be able to see on top here, even if they're just briefly zipping by and probably not paying attention whatsoever. If I'm going to go to the detailing, I'm going to do the detailing. Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing here, like I said, it seems like as I re-enter the game, it seems like the game adds more people. But even just the few seconds when we were riding the rides is enough to make people come from over here to suddenly just being mobbed in here. Now they're coming for the ride. It looks like some of them are finally actually pushing to oh, they tried to play the claw game. But they're happy, more or less. So I don't know where they're going now. Oh boy. Do we not have a janitor over here? I think I've got one guy going through Bavaria. Maybe I'll need more. I don't know. I'm sure the staff thing is something that I'm going to have to keep an eye on for happiness and energy. Okay, these people are just unhappy because they don't have enough to do. Low workload, low energy. That's fine. What we're looking at is, looking for, I should say, is people that are about ready to quit. But I feel like a lot of these are going to be solved. Right now the park over here is just kind of empty, but people have made it pretty deep into the park, actually. These are just maintenance guys. They're both walking around. I don't like the fact that they're both over here at the moment. But that's okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to just watch me continue this crap, or... Because I can keep doing that. There's been a lot less building of the park and a lot more just finicky stuff that I usually do off camera. Still not a super fan of this, the way this looks. Well, I mean, I don't have any custom stuff to add in. I can go through all the parks and try and fix that stuff. Some of these already have their own songs to them. Others don't. So I don't know. Start turning on. Bit bland, nothing to choose from. So we could do like Pizza Pen, maybe Tiki Chiki. We could do Hayasushi. And then how about we put in ice cream. Record my voice for stuff. There's a big gap here too. I'm not really sure what to do with it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and fiddle with this. I don't know. I don't know. I actually kind of want to just back off that for a minute. So, how about instead? Because I think I'm gonna maybe end the stream here in about 15-20 minutes or so. How about instead we start pulling out all the buildings for the next bit? The vintage stuff is going to be the next bit. So start to get an idea of what comes next. Content pack, vintage, and probably World's Fair. Although I don't know. Let's start with the vintage. So these things are enormous for this stuff. This is like the Galleria of everything. It has got slots available for pretty much every shop in the game. I am not sure if this is something I want to add or not, but I will pull it out for a moment. There's also this large Baroque building, which just appears to be a giant building, and this large Baroque building. Now this one I think has... nope. I thought this one had some slots too. So those are just basically filler buildings. Let's actually take off the vintage, just so I can make sure I'm going through everything. Now there's downtown docks. I guess because it's downtown, I should probably save it for the Action City area. Ghostbusters. Promenade, this thing. So this is maybe one of the things. See, what I can do here is I'm thinking I can either do the monorail here and then attach it. Although this is a massive... this is back-end stuff. Looks like... oh, maybe not. It looks like it's got empty holes for shops in it. Come out this way. Oh, I see. So you can put your... I see. That's what it's meant to have in it, even though it doesn't have that in there. So there's that, but there's this promenade as well. So I'm not really sure. There's a way through here. Now this could be a cool thing if I could get the monorail to fit through it. And I think that's a little tall too. I think it needs to go down a bit. So I don't know. Between the two promenades, I feel like I can make an entrance. You know, have one thing go that way, one thing go this way. What else do we have here? Renaissance buildings? That's not really... did I think maybe I took some Renaissance buildings to put in here. Or maybe I didn't. Well, I'll take out a couple. Yeah, I guess we don't have them down here. I did get that bell tower. Romanesque. Now this is more, I think this is more for the Ghostbusters. That's supposed to be probably more of Actually, what is the Renaissance building tag? World's Fair. Okay. The Silversmith Manor. I'd kind of like to use this. But given that it's got the flag, now I think it's just, oh, it just says it's a large building. I think maybe I can use this in the pirate, like the governor's mansion. Because it does kind of have, I mean, it's got the flag on it, but it does kind of have that feel. So I think I'll save this for the pirate area. That appears to be it. They've got these, but I think these are, again, meant to be like the downtown. Well, yeah, so one of the themes is going to be the studio theme. So that's like all the buildings and the movie theater stuff. So I've got DLC content for Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, and Knight Rider. But I know for a fact that I can do, at the very least, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like I can make a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So I do have the ability to do something like that. Like I can have this guy in the background. I'm pretty sure there's another one, though. Oh, he's fallen over statuary. That's cool. I seem to recall, but I think they're smaller. Oh. Oh, well, hell. Okay, we need this. Hold on. There's a whole shitload of scenery in here that I just kind of ignored. Fairy Tale Fountain of Youth, Fairy Tale Fountain. Aw, man. Baroque flower pot. Yeah, that kind of fits. By order of the Queen. A bush collection. Oh boy. Now that's something I could have actually used in many places. I guess I didn't look through the pre-made scenery. A 5-piece flower bed. Ooh. That could be kind of cool. I mean, I've already sort of picked the centerpiece of my garden, but... Oh, well, hell. There's all sorts of good stuff in here. A knight's battle? Ah! Oh. This looks like it's part of the movie studio. But I could tear parts of it out. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go that deep into it. Jester jousting. Ah, look at that. So maybe I could take this one that I made, this little thing, and replace it. I don't know. But now I've got stuff to fill in all the gaps. Hell, maybe I could even fit some of that. That would almost fit inside there. Maybe I could wrap the wrap it around there. Night fight scene. Again, I could take this out, move the animatronics along a wall or something. Oh, what the hell? Why didn't I even think of this? Knight's battle. That's what I just did. Night fights. Wait, what? Oh, okay, we must have moved something. Idle crew. Definitely don't need that. Loot tent. Loot. You got loot I can put to the oh my. Look at that. Golden statue. Market stalls. Now the spooky tree I think we'll save for spooky spookies. I could do this, like a splash fountain thing. Somewhere. Sleeping Dragon's Nest. Well, would you look at that? Scenery ahoy. Okay, well that's more piratey stuff. Raised flower bed. Man, that's big. The sword in the stone. Oh, here. Okay, so here we go. Big ol' Stay Puft dude. For when we get into that. Traveler's Camp. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Valkyrie Archway. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. So this vase collection. Here we go. Treasure pile. That would go into that cave. Okay. Well, clearly I'm going to be doing a little bit of remodeling. Here's the witch's house full with the thing. Again, I'm not sure if I want to swamp, you know? I mean, I could maybe do some of the outside stuff. There's going to be a gap here. Maybe I could make a little swamp? I don't know. Whatever. Hey, Pocket Ninja. I'll pull this out just in case. You got here just in time for me to discover a lot of fun and exciting things. There's a lot of pre-built scenery that I could have been using in the park this whole time. Oh, man. So now I got to rethink some things. But you know, I wonder. Well, I could do so this is going to be water here because it's going to be Riviera into the water with the pier. So I could still connect the water here and have like a on this side of the road transition swamp into that. See, as far as like a bayou swamp, that would probably be on the other side of the island over here. Because I'm going to have... Okay, let's look at this again. At the 12 o'clock position is the adventure. So that's where we're going to have like the Mayan temple, whatever. So it's going to be jungle. So that jungle is then going to transition into Pirate Cove over here. That Pirate Cove can then transition to the swamp into Spooky. Spooky's going to be right about here. So that's where we're going to have the home, you know, the haunted house and all that. The monsters, all that. All right. Yeah, the time lapse is going to probably be finishing off the fairy tale, finishing off the wall, building the Riviera. That is going to be a bit of stuff. Probably readjusting some of these paths so that I can, like I said, get something fit into there. I mean, I kind of like this, but I think I like this better. I just don't know if it's actually going to fit. Might not fit. But I could do other things. Market stall stuff. See, that might help out some of this decoration. Might pull it in to feel more like a fantasy village as opposed to whatever I've got going on. Because that little wagon, where was the other one here? I think these came together. See now, you can put it down together, but it doesn't belong together. This is considered one building, but this whole thing is not. So I'm going to have to actually look in here to find it again. There you go, Planet Coaster theme song. Here's where we can play whatever music we want as people walk through the entranceway. Get this way over here. Slam these speakers down into the roof, maybe, if I can get them up there. and it just blares the song. Yeah. And I'm willing to bet I can't get a pathway in here, can I? Oh, it is. Look at that. Look how they designed that. Well, that's fun. So I have to figure out something to incorporate that with. Hey, Caleb. Yeah, maybe I will put that garden in here, then I'll have this kind of tucked away somewhere else. I don't know. Now that I've put all this crap down, I want to change a bunch of stuff. Because, of course, you know. Where do these guys come from? I didn't see these in animatronics. This little jester stage that can end up somewhere. Again though, look at this, look at this. The witch. Again with the witch emblem being incorporated into the scenery. I don't know about that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I may have to rethink a little bit about what I do in here. I could maybe actually move this house. I'm not really a big fan of this house being here. So I could maybe incorporate something else in here. And then this archway? What do we do with this archway? Yeah, I know. And the more I redo, the more I change, the longer everything takes. Okay, well here's maybe a thing. Since this is kind of overgrown and rocky, I got the vines and the creepy roots and all that stuff. We're talking about that transition, right? That swamp witch transition. Maybe I could do an entranceway here that leads into a small little swamp area through the witch's hut and whatnot. It comes out the back side. Maybe. But I like this, and now I want to incorporate it somewhere. Unless I do something along the back, I don't know. I'm going to have to think this one through again. I think a lot of this stuff can go out here, though. Because, you know, like I said, this is now sort of outside the gates area. So it's going to have to transition somehow. I think I will replace this barn over here with this one with the dragon in it. I realize I'm how is this supposed to go anyway?